अब हमारे साथ हैं रॉक्साना. So, Roxana Jeffer, please welcome Roxana Jeffer with us at BooksWagon. So, let's get started with the Roxana's introduction. She is a globally recognized change maker, humanitarian leader, and award winning strategist whose work bridges business, companionship, and impact. A Harvard Business School scholar and UN World Food Program partner. She has led transformative initiatives across hospitality while touching hundreds of thousands of lives worldwide. तो अब इस इंट्रोडक्शन के बाद चलते हैं इनसे सवालों की तरफ और मैं पहला सवाल इनसे पूछना चाहूंगी विद रॉक्साना. What moment in your life most clearly shaped the leader you are today?
I think I became a leader of repute when I became a CEO of an establishment in Dubai where I had 28 nationalities working for me. Okay. And an Indian person couldn't talk to one person who was from, say, Sri Lanka, who couldn't speak to somebody from Austria, and somebody who couldn't speak to somebody who was French. I spoke English, and most of them didn't. And so then, how do I lead them and guide them so that they all follow the same path? You need to have a vision in your mind. You need to ensure that you are not going to deviate from your vision. You find somebody who is better for you in your shortcomings. So I look for somebody who could perhaps talk to all of them in their languages, give them my vision and my mission, and great, they were the ones who made my job and task easy and completed it for me to become the best influential leader of the UAE in the year 2000. And since then, I've had several awards for different things. And my best one has been where I have an NGO running here in Delhi, where I provide education in English to the unemployed youngsters, like a lot of people here. After a 6 to 9 week course, what we do teach is not English, but we teach them confidence. We teach them to be able to become and hold straight and be able to perhaps hold a job. Today we have 86, we've graduated over 3,500 people, and 86% of them all have a job. One of them even owns a 12-room hotel. So tell me if that's good leadership or not.
I feel you are right. What you said, I completely agree with you. But let's go towards our second question, and that is how do you balance compassion with decision making in high pressure leadership roles? And I think most of our young generation who are like Gen Zs wants to know this.
So compassion versus?
Versus compassion with decision making in high pressure.
Okay. So today we are in the world of AI, right? And we're all trying to use a shortcut through AI to be able to write, to find your tasks for you, etc. But what I do, I have an assistant there called Pallavi. I asked her to write a little email to somebody like Bandwagon who wanted to keep my books. And then I asked her to ask me questions like this on an interview I took. She stuck it on AI. AI brought her beautiful questions and she presented them to me. I says, yes, I can answer them all. But there is something missing. There's feeling missing behind those questions.
The touch of humankind.
Yeah. So what I would suggest to all the youngsters to beat AI is to become emotionally intelligent. Not just have an artificial intelligence who is there to assist you write things, but not become you. Emotionally intelligent people are able to think. Like, for instance, I know what you were thinking when you were in a rush to invite me to sing. So I went down a notch or two because I know I was at 3 and I was late. I could have shouted at you and not got this. But I decided, no, the poor lady here needs a little bit of a hug. And I gave you a hug, a virtual hug. I don't think AI could have done that. So, youngsters, remember always to become more emotionally intelligent, to understand what the other person around you feels, and make them understand that and let them know that. I think that's compassion.
I think I agree with this the whole point because I studied translation. And when we usually translate from English to Hindi or Hindi to English or maybe French from English, सो उसे कहा जाता है भावनात्मक अनुवाद और वो उसमें मिसिंग हो जाता है. So that's what we are talking about. Nowadays we are into so much into AI that we completely lost our feelings. हम वो भावनात्मक अनुवाद खो रहे हैं. So इसी में आगे चलते हुए मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगी that has success ever come at a personal cost for you and how did you navigate it?
I didn't get that.
Has success ever come at a personal cost for you?
Yeah.
And how did you navigate it?
Okay.
Because I believe that success is something that sometimes takes a lot from you.
Yes. Yes, I've had a lot of success. I've been a CEO, I've been an FC, I've been a beauty queen many years ago, I've been on stage, I've written 2 books, which are now being heralded by everybody. I did a talk here in one of the stages, and somebody came to me and said, we would like to place your book on that particular platform. Now, I could just go around and say, you know what, I'm the bee's knees, I am good, etc. But no, success should be taken with humility. I'm a human being like all of us. I worked hard to get success. I don't want to lose it by being on somewhere high where what happens? They all fall down, right? See Bollywood. How many actors and actresses who have made success in the time they were are not at that position at all because there's always somebody else younger, more beautiful, more with it to take over your position. Now, if I maintain that I am going to be successful all the time, it's impossible. It's not the thing to think of. So, with success, remember to be humble. Remember to talk to everybody young with humility. Today, I am mentoring a lot of youngsters. With social media, there's a lot of mistrust, a lot of issues because you're listening to so many people and you don't know who is right, what is wrong. And then they are getting confused. Today, I can just say that I've been able to mentor at least 5 youngsters, and 2 I was able to help stop going to commit suicide. It's very sad to hear, but that's what's happening in the world today. So I don't know.
No, I agree with you. So we learned from you that चाहे हम कितने भी सक्सेसफुल हो जाए हमें एक ह्यूमन टच कभी नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए. Success comes a lot of things with lot of hardship, but always talk with everyone a kindness with your humility.
Yes.
Do not humiliate with anyone. Yes. So इस कॉन्वर्सेशन को आगे चलते हुए हम आपसे पूछना चाहेंगे दो 2 lines for our readers.
For a reader, 2 lines
For
for.
our readers. वो आपकी बुक से क्या सीखने को मिलेगा उन्हें?
So something might happen here. So I would ask everybody who's searching in life. We are all searching. We all want to be a success. We all want to be better than your friend. You want to be better than the neighbor. You want to be better than Kusumji. Anybody. Okay? I know for sure. I do too. because she's an amazing marketeer and she speaks so well. I'd love to learn from you. You cannot ever stop learning, however old you are or however young you are. But I tell you what I have learned the most. I've had in this book 8 near death experiences. When I have died falling from the Alps in the Indian Ocean, not able to come back with waves all over me, being in a coma at the age of 3 by being burned. And every time I have learned lessons that were given to me by God. You're taking lessons from me, but a lot of these are from God. And that has what's made me a success. But I'll tell you one that I feel because I'm in India and I feel that this would.
Let me help.
Oh, the piece of paper that I wanted to say is, yeah, here we are. It's one that is very important. Tell me how many times in your school life, in your marital life, in your work life, you have people who want to just grab your energy. How many? They're all there to compete against you, correct? And they're also perhaps not there for you, but they want to ask you questions so that they can get better. Now, what I've learned, and this is one lofty response, is to delete toxicity. Toxicity means somebody who is taking off your energy for nothing. Now, it's very hard in our cultural state to say, I will not talk to my Barbie today forever.
Can
But
I ask
I'm
you a
not telling you to
question?
do that. Huh?
Can I interrupt you and ask you a question? Since you are talking about toxicity here, I would like to know many of us, I'm telling you, are in the toxicity, but we are so habitual of the toxicity. Now we really don't know how to be, how to ignore that now, how to be over it.
That's exactly what I'm going to tell you. Okay, I'm going to tell you. So you do see this happening in your life, right? What I'm saying is, when they are taking off your energy, it's depleting your energy, my energy, to do good, to do better, to be human, because you're so fighting. Oh, he said this to me. She said this to me. Get out of that. And sometimes just say hello to them, but don't keep them as a close friend. So if I take your permission to read what
Yes,
I
yes.
learned from God, at the same time as I appreciate people who care, I was able to differentiate people who are not sincere. You can tell when they're not sincere. Upon reflection, I realized that I was better not to be too associated with them. I'd experienced their selfish nature and indeed their bad energy and toxicity that had pulled me down during my life. So sometimes they make give white lies for their gain, right? And those people are dangerous. Those people who make white lies against you are dangerous. So with time, I understood the work of the people gets recognized. Wrong ones will disappear, but we should make an assertive effort to not be around those who erode your energy. We should, so this is the lesson, the quote that comes. We should be left with those who are like mirrors that don't lie to you, and those that are like your shadows that don't ever leave when you're down.
Amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot more, but
Thank you so much, Roxana, for being here with us. And this talk is really insightful and very nice to learn a lot of things from you regarding the kindness, regarding the toxicity, and many more things. So we thanks Roxana for today's session, and I would like to thank you to be here and for this podcast session. Thank you so much.
I am thankful to you. I'm thankful to Shubham, thankful to Mohit Sal for thinking my book was worthy of being put on your floors. And I'm happy to be here at BooksWagon, happy to be at the book fair, happy to be in India, and I am happy to be alive. Thank you. So the book is why I did not die.
We have this book available at the BooksWagon store.